Hello, welcome back to Friday Night Live, take 2. I had some serious technical difficulties about an hour plus ago, and I've restarted my phone, and I'm hoping that you can hear me this time around. So what I was talking about before had to do with the power of positivity, and it's a trend that I'm on. I find that it's very important to talk about positive issues, positive outlooks, positive mindsets. It feels like that's so necessary, and so if this seems repetitive to you, then maybe that's a good thing. One way of looking at things, right? I like to play around with shifting perspectives and looking to see how can you alter your perspective in order to create a better feeling place for yourself. So one way, just this as an example, and I want to give a few examples of ways that we can shift our attitudes and our perspectives to have a more positive slant. That's what today's video is about, at least part 1 anyway. I think I'm going to keep doing a series of these. Just what I mentioned right there is that if this seems repetitive to you, you could either choose to get frustrated with that or bored or like, I don't need to hear this. Or you could decide, so I might feel a little bit tickled or annoyed that this Dr. Ghafourpour keeps talking about the same sort of thing, but maybe there's a different nugget that I can grasp today from today's video. And maybe it's giving me a reminder that I need to sit with my life or to pause for a few moments to find out if there's something that I can gain from just sitting for a few minutes and possibly engaging. So if you're here already, thanks for being here. I'd love it if you'd leave some comments for me, or you can interact with me or not. If you choose to, you can go ahead and type in a comment, and I'll be able to see it here, and we can interact live this way. So I posted an article on my personal profile page, and it's titled How to Have a Positive Perspective on Life. And I pulled this off of a blog from theincitement.com. I thought that was a pretty neat thing that came up because I simply Googled positivity. I Googled power of positivity. So that's another example. That's something that I intentionally did in order to surround myself with more positivity. It was an exercise that I chose to do. So I'm using my words deliberately here. I didn't just accidentally or decide, well, this might be nice, or why not, which would be fine if I chose that, but I was seeking positivity. I was looking for articles or blog posts or videos that are focusing on positivity, because it's my choice, and I want to have more of that around me. And my belief is that the more positivity I have surrounding me, the more I'll attract, the more positivity I'll attract. And by positivity, I mean good things, good feeling things, fun interactions with people, positive flow financially, or with personal interactions with people, relationships, this sort of thing, more fun at work. I think that that's important for us to actively seek out ways that we can improve our lives so that we're not feeling at the effect of what's going on around us. And so that's why I'm doing this series on the power of positivity, because I believe that we're not victims and that we have a role in our circumstances to some degree, not 100%, because we're all interacting with one another. So other folks around us, our environment obviously plays a role, but we are just as important as anyone else in our life circumstance. And so we can tilt the balance one way or another. If you feel like things are going wrong in your life, one suggestion that I would have, and this article made reference to that, if you later on click on the link, I'll probably post it here too, is instead of focusing on everything that feels like it's going wrong, try to look for anything that can go right with that circumstance. If it feels like everything is going wrong, then we start finding more things that are going wrong in our lives. And when we put our attention on what feels right, we start seeing more of what's right, what feels good in our lives. And that's the law of attraction. That's a pretty fundamental law that I find very useful to incorporate into my awareness. So I'm aware of that, and I like to find evidence of that. So just by my going onto Google and searching in power of positivity, that's me looking for evidence of positive, good things going on around me so that I can create more of that. So it's like building a momentum. And so I invite you to do the same thing. And you can place comments below on ways that you can think of that you can search for better outcomes around you so that you can find good things happening in your life. If you come up with creative ideas, like I said, mine was just a simple Google search. What are ways that you can attract more positivity and positive and great things? Shalisa, yet another time that it feels you are talking to me. Thanks for all the inspiration. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for saying so. And I love that we're in each other's spheres. Our world, Shalisa. Donna says, hi. I think you just demonstrated this with your video problem. Seriously, if you guys weren't here about an hour ago, I was wah, 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 and you guys couldn't hear me. And I'm not sure what that was all about. It could have had to do with my phone itself. It could have had to do with, I think I might have accidentally had my Bluetooth running at the same time I had my microphone plugged in. And, people kept saying, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. And what I was saying back is, this is interesting. I could choose to get really frustrated right now and break out in a sweat and just get really nervous and stammer. And you couldn't hear me saying that, but those are things that I was saying, and kind of freak out a little bit like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Here I am doing my weekly Friday Night Live, and all these people are saying they can't hear me. It's okay. I was like, okay, I know I've got some errands to run, get to go to Costco, one of my favorite places. And I thought it'd be important to get that out of the way first. And then I thought, I'll look around for a different internet connection. So that's why you see me in my car right here, parked outside of Starbucks. Not a bad place to be with the sun setting on my face. I like this. So the visual contrast might be a little bit distracting for you, so I apologize for that. But, not so bad to see myself in a little glow, right? You could do the same thing. You could search for some sunlight to cast a bright light on your face and feel like you're glowing. Why not? Just play with it. Just have fun. And that's what I'm doing here with you. And so I thank you for being here with me. And for those of you who were my diehard fans and stuck with me, even though you couldn't hear me earlier tonight, thank you. And I might just choose to leave that one on just for the fun of it on my page. But anyway, I definitely wanted to do a second effort here. And before my stomach starts grumbling too much, I'm probably going to be taking off here and get ready for having some dinner. And I hope you all enjoy your holiday weekend. And like I said, think of some creative ways that you can create some positivity around yourself and share them with us here. It would be great for us all to have a little interactive space where we can create more momentum for one another so that we can find more good things happening in our world. So that's my message for you tonight, and thanks again. I'm glad that you spent a little bit of time with me, and I invite you to do the same every Friday night. And you can also share my page or this video or any others on my video with your friends and family, co-workers, and you can find me on YouTube as well. So I'd love it if you'd subscribe to that channel or ask others to do the same. And thanks for the hearts and thumbs up, and it's been fun. Have an awesome weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.